Memphis Grizzlies. At shooting guard, John Conchar. At small forward, Dylan Brooks. At center, Steven Adams. At the other forward position, Jaren Jackson Jr. At the other guard position, Ja Morant. The head coach of the visiting team is Taylor Jenkins. And now the starting lineup for your Phoenix Suns. At power forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 0, Torrey Craig. At forward, 6'6", number 25, Mikal Bridges. At center, 6'11", number 22, DeAndre. At guard, 6 feet, number 3, Chris Paul. At guard, 6'5", number 1, Devin Booker.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA Basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, guys, at the end of this season, there is a potential opt-out of the collective bargaining agreement. And after seeing star players hold out, some wonder if that will be exercised. Commissioner Silver says we have a common interest to ensure that contracts are honored. Those are issues we can approach collectively. Kevin?
As is always the best case. David, thank you. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And then there's Steven Adams. Then it's Morant. And it's Conchar in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Suns, Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Torrey Craig is out there with Mikal Bridges. And it's Ayton in at the center position. We had just about a half season behind us. The rankings are clearer than ever, Greg. You feel confident starting to make some playoff predictions?
Oh, Kevin, it's way too early for that. Injuries, other roster shakeups. There's just still so much that could happen and totally reshape those rankings.
Here's Conchar. Adams outside. Here's Morant. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And they definitely kept their eyes on the prize, put on a real entertaining comeback. And that's a feel-good game when you can win like that.
And Adams sends it back. Here's Brooks. The teardrop falls in. Brooks has got the first basket of the game for the Grizzlies.
Oh, the balance Brooks has is impressive. Able to work through the defense and still capitalize.
Knocks it loose. Morant with the steal.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Passes it to Conchar. Jackson with it. For Craig. Second chance effort, and the layup by Jackson.
Big body cleaning the glass. Great awareness by Jackson Jr.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Ball passes to Bridges. Here's Craig. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Now, here's Bridges, following the miss by Ja Morant.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Lays it up and banks it in.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Ball against Morant. Ball passes to Booker. And he's good on the three ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
35 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Morant. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
A baseline J. Here's Craig. The Grizzlies pull it in. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
And here's Morant. Jackson a screen on Paul. Now here's Morant for three. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Memphis out in front. They lead by 3. And we'll be back with you right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they played. Great showing from them.
Suns trail by 3. Front court spots are filled by Bridges and Saric. Payne out there with Lee, and it's Biyombo at the 5. Roman the paint. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Saric with the screen for Lee. And that one hits back iron.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket. One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant. And it's Clark with the jam.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Payne passes to Saric. Back to Payne. It's rebounded by Memphis. The effort level of the Grizzlies, RJ, can be an equalizer against some teams.
Yes, the talent and experience can only take you so far, but Memphis, these boys will outwork you. And in some ways, it's not fair because their energy at times just seems unmatchable.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw this game.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
And Phoenix making a change here. Okogie's checked in. Hey, Richard, for a while, teams went smaller. They became quicker. Now we're seeing some teams go big, playing 2, sometimes 3 7-footers in the lineup. It's amazing.
Yeah, there's always a pendulum swing. Once it goes too small, then all of a sudden the pendulum swings back, and now everyone is looking for size. But you have to have size that can also stretch the floor because teams need guys that can rebound. That's what they're looking for.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you. And that one falls for Clark. Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Andre Ayton's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Landry Shamet comes in for Lee. And Paul subbed in for Cameron Payne. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the shot goes in.
The wily vet, Paul, able to score down low.
Memphis leading by 8. Brooks outside. There's 57 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Clark. The Grizzlies with another miss. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Saric outside. Back to Paul. Over Jones. And the rejection by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Brooks, the pass to Clark. And the rejection by Ayton. Pass to Brooks. Deflects the pass. Shamet with the steal. And that one drops. Shamet's got his first points of the game.
Now, I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Brooks with no one around. Here's Clark. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies lead by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, guys. With head coach Monty Williams. Coach, how do you get things going a little bit more offensively?
Well, we got to set screens. We got to get stops. If we're getting stops, we can play in transition. That opens up a lot for us.
Yeah, you guys are hard to beat when you're out and running. We'll see if that happens more. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings. And if your team is right in the middle of that pack, how does that affect your mindset as a player?
Well, being in the middle means you're good, but not great. And that probably does bother some guys mentally.
I trust Kenny on that. He knows a lot about being good, but not great.
No, I'm only in the middle of pictures, brother.
Looking now at our featured game this evening, the Phoenix Suns have a close one on their hands.
Well, their offensive execution has been bad, Ernie. Bad. They're not running the sets. They're forcing bad shots. Undisciplined, bad basketball.
Well, yeah, I have to agree with you, man. If it's not there for you, please make the extra pass.
Because if you don't, it looks bad.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Here's Booker. We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. Then there's John Morant. Then it's Brooks. And it's Conchar into the 2 spot. Now here's Paul. Following the miss by Dylan Brooks. Here's Ayton, and the Suns miss again.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
Morant kicks to Jackson, and the pass to Adams. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Adams has got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Grizzlies. Suns trail by 6. Ayton a screen on Morant.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Morant's against Paul, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Richard, we don't talk about it much, but Chris Paul's free throw shooting has always been rock solid.
Yeah, we're not going to see teams use a hack and ball strategy, that's for sure. He's been 90% or over multiple times in his career.
And he knocks down the first one. And from college to the pros, Richard, you played for some legendary coaches. And speaking of coaching, is that something you've ever entertained doing?
I never have, and I never will. Coaching, the amount of hours that you have to spend sounds exhausting. I love my job right now, and you know why I love my job? Because I get to work with you.
Oh, listen, the feeling's mutual.
And we talk about the playmaking abilities of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
Here's Conchar. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jackson. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
You won't see Jackson take a lot of mid-range jumpers, but he is certainly capable from there.
And here's Booker from the arc. Offensive rebound. And that one's good, Ayton. Ayton's got his 2nd bucket.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
1:05 left in the 3rd quarter. Outside Jackson. Defended by Bridges. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Jackson misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And here's Booker from the arc. It's hauled in by Adams. Memphis leading by 5. Morant right side. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Booker averaging 28 points a game, and it's not an easy feat for what this man does on the offensive end.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Grant can't hit from 12. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Grizzlies out in front. They're up by 5. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Now here's Jones. The backcourt pair for him, it's Payne and Booker. Frontcourt spots are filled by Bridges and Saric. And it's Biyombo at the center filling out the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Lets the 3 fly. Payne can't hit. Memphis leading by 5. Brooks dishes to Jones. This one for three. He can't get it to go. Now the Suns take it the other way. Payne looking around. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Grizzlies. They've led by as much as 10.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Jones. Outside Williams. 4 on the shot clock.
Phoenix foul. Does not be on the second personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Memphis, Zaire Williams. Taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Andre Ayton's checked in for the Suns. Okogie comes in for Saric. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
He knows how important it is converting at the line and building up this lead.
Brooks against Booker. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Shot clock reset for Phoenix, and it's Payne in the corner. Ayton a screen. Another shot. It's deflected. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Brooks up on top. Takes it inside. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And he plays with swagger, and when Brooks makes plays like that, it just fuels his fire even more.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies. Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Okogie, and Paul subbed in for Cameron Payne. And that one falls for Brooks.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he could be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
At the line for your Suns, Chris Paul. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within single digits.
It's impressive what an enduring talent Chris Paul has been. A lot has changed around the league, but CP3 is still doing his thing and leading his guys to success.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. .109 left in the fourth quarter of this one, and the Grizzlies leading by 8. Morant with it. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Concho. Brooks outside. Here's Adams, and the rejection by Ayton.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Memphis with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get to 20 rebounds without having a special talent for grabbing misses.
Well, this one is winding down now. Memphis can watch the clock run out. And here is Brooks. so the Grizzlies take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Ja. The bench was huge tonight. They came through. How big was their performance?
That just shows you that whoever's coming in the game, just be ready. We got the next man up. When your number is called, just be ready to play. Help us win ball games.
Well, they did that tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Steven Adams.